Hello, runners. This is Rakesh from Pune, India, this week. I'm happy to host the fourth episode of season 8. And I'm from Pune, India. I'm a runner with RHWB for last 3 seasons, and this is my fourth season. And good to host this particular session with Bala. So, Bala, it seems you are not walking with someone, but you are some at remote location, right?
Oh, first of all, Rakesh, thank you for hosting this week's Walk with the Coach. Yes, you are right. You correctly captured it. I'm right now standing, so you can say you're standing with the coach.
Right.
But I am in Hilton Head. It's a small island in South Carolina. And, as they say, you want to enjoy life, you just make decisions and do things immediately. Don't overthink it. That's something I really follow in my life. So 2 days ago, Dr. Raghu said, hey, let's weekend. I'm all home alone right now. Renu and kids are in India. So he said, you're alone. Let's just go to Hilton Head for a weekend and just do some golfing out there. And I said, why not? And, 6 hours from that first time that thought came, we were booked the flights, everything, and we are here. And we're going to be here for the next 2 days. And so here I am in an Airbnb apartment. Nimesh and Raghu are sleeping there, and I thought I will do this recording with you from beautiful shores of Hilton Head, South Carolina.
Okay, great to know that. And I think apart from the regular work and the flow, I think the commitment to get the message delivered, that is also very important.
Yeah, I mean, when I ask you for commitment, when I ask all of my runners for commitment, as a leader of the organization, I got to be committed to the cause. Just because I have suddenly randomly decided to go for a golfing outlet, that doesn't mean that I cannot deliver the weekend messages. And I had committed to you that today we will have the recording, and today it's Friday late night, around 11 o'clock in the night for me, in the middle of vacation, but still we will do it. No, this is not for just, raising my collar and talking about myself. I'm just telling you, that's how commitment looks like. When you're committed, you can make things happen. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you do. You can still do it. And that's the message I wanted to give you. And also, audience, I wanted to warmly welcome Mr. Rakesh Singh as our newly minted assistant coach. I mean, we have 3 new assistant coaches this season, as I had said. And we had last 2 weeks, I had introduced Naina and Shilpa. And I'm so excited to welcome our first India-based coach. I'm not even assistant, actual coach. I'm sorry, there's no assistant here. And I am so glad, I can't get a better person than Rakesh to lead our India chapter. And he's now taking care of all the runners from India. And that cohort is growing rapidly. I mean, India is a team of 1.1 billion people. So we have a lot of opportunities out there who would love to be part of such an exciting group like all of you. So Rakesh, thank you, buddy, for volunteering your time, doing that extra bit for others. So tell me, how was your first 3-4 weeks of being a coach?
Yeah, this is really exciting, Bala. First of all, the pleasure it gives, when you are giving back to the community what you have gone through your own cycle and helping others to ramp up on the same cycle. That satisfaction, you cannot compare that. So that is one of the best. And other thing is, I have members from all different geographical locations: Australia, India, UK, and US.
My goodness.
So yeah, so adjusting with all these members definitely gives a different time zone, different climate they are going towards.
Yeah.
And also they are running different milestones. So helping them coming from not running, how to start running, and then accelerating based on that.
Amazing, Rakesh. And how is your cohort coming along? How is your relationship?
Yeah, it's really good. Good communication happening in the group as well as side channel also. If they have some questions, they are asking all the different questions related to like what they should be doing. They are asking on the training program. So what is there as part of everyday insights for final surge. So all those are really happening good.
It's amazing. And Rakesh, our first international coach, in looking at international clientele, And guys, for those of you who are new to RHWB, who might not know about the legend that Rakesh is, let me tell you a few things about Rakesh. He's a consummate full marathon runner. I think he has done what, 2 full marathons already, Rakesh?
Yeah, right.
The third one, I think. But more importantly, he did his first full marathon. That legend will always stay throughout the history of runners. The first full marathon that he trained hard for. Unfortunately, at the day of full marathon was peak COVID, where he could not even get out of his sort of apartment complex. But great when as they say, right, when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. Perfectly, I should say, is apt phrase for Rakesh. So he decided to do a full marathon just running around his complex, housing complex. Around, I think, 100 or 120 rounds. He went around, round and round and round in the middle of summer at 3 o'clock in the morning. He started alone and he completed his first full marathon like that. That is commitment, that is dedication, that is resilience for you guys. And that's why we are all very proud to have him as our coach, because he knows how to motivate himself and then motivate others. So thank you, Rakesh.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, Bala. Yeah. So Bala, let's get started with the first message of this episode. So I want to talk about the coach and runner relationship, because now I was a runner, you were my coach. Now I'm a coach, I have a cohort and few runners. So how all this relationship works between the runner and the coach, and what we expect
right
from that?
Yeah, absolutely. See, coach-runner relationship is almost akin to a husband and wife relationship, if you have clear sort of, the strengths and weaknesses of each other, the desires that can be met and the desires that cannot be met, if you know it clearly, you have a happy married life. The minute expectations are not matching, then you have all kinds of problems, right?
Right.
Similarly, like any relationship, coach-runner is also a very, very special, really, in my opinion. I would like to hear your thoughts too, Rakesh. But let me share my thoughts first and see whether you agree, and then you can share your thoughts. So in my mind, guys, this coach-runner relationship is a very special relationship. Now, the word coach itself is very special. Coach is not a teacher. Coach is not your boss. Coach is not a boss. Coach is not a teacher. Coach is not your senior. Coach is a coach.
That means, he is not your competitor also.
He's not a competitor. Exactly, not a competitor. He might not be better than you. Like take Sachin Tendulkar. He has a batting coach. Are you telling me that the batting coach of Sachin Tendulkar is better than Sachin Tendulkar in batting? No. Federer, you name it. Every great players, they all have a coach. So we all know that the coach need not be better than the athlete. Coach need not be a competitor to athlete at all. So then who is a coach? He's not your boss. He's not your teacher, but what he is he is an influencer. The way I define coach, a beautiful coach, a perfect coach is one who leads by influencing, who leads by setting example, who leads by throwing light at a certain point that when the runner is in the middle of it, he won't be able to see it because he can't throw light on himself. You need someone outside in, looking at that activity and throwing light at certain places so that the athlete or whoever it is can, oh yeah, this is what I'm missing on because I'm in the middle of it. I'm in the middle of those course. And then coach is one who throws light on the path forward so that you can look at the path. The person who's throwing light is not the one who's going forward. But when the minute you have light forward in darkness, then you are able to move forward. Right. So, Rakesh, when I was at McKinsey and Company, this coaching was a very special discussion because McKinsey and I too believe that coaching is the highest form of leadership. What I mean by that is you don't have any real power. Like it's not as if you can fire somebody. I mean, yeah, a coach can, of course, not give a job, give an opportunity to play in a game and all that. But he's not like a manager, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But coach has to instill respect, instill a followership, instill obedience in times when you need to obey the person, because not every time coach can be explaining and begging. Sometimes it is my way or the highway has to be happen for coach, right?
Right.
So coach is an extreme leadership possibility is a coach, possible to lead somebody else, an impact on life. So in McKinsey, they used to talk about one analogy, Rakesh.
Okay.
Like, how does coaching look like? Sorry. So imagine, you know about skydiving, right? Like you get on the flight and you go to 10,000, 20,000, 15,000 feet or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you decide to skydive, you wear the parachute and all that, and you stand on the edge of the sort of airplane and you're just about to jump. Okay. But if you're doing it for the first time, you're all ready. But when you stand on the edge and look at 10,000 feet of nothingness below you,
right.
Every first timer will just go there and he or she will be like, no way, I can't do that.
Right. Exactly.
At that time in skydiving, it seems there is always this 1%. Nobody would see that person because that person's job is just to give a small tap to that person. One small tap, and then the person jumps in. Once he jumps out of the flight, it seems within a couple of seconds, he or she has one of the greatest experience of his or her lifetime. So the idea was that moment captures what a coach is supposed to do, which is show the runner or what he is capable of, but he doesn't know that he's capable of.
Right.
So you need a point when somebody needs to give that small, soft jerk, go. Right. And then the runner takes over. And that, in that micro instant, determines or captures the essence of amazing coach. So that's my understanding, Rakesh, of what coach is. So when you think about a coach-runner relationship, when a coach does all of these things, the expectation from coach to a runner is runner needs to make himself or herself coachable. The way a runner makes himself or herself coachable is by absorbing whatever coach is telling, trying something, failing and succeeding is not a problem. But at least absorbing it and trying it and giving feedback back to the coach is the highest gift you can give to the coach. That whatever the coach is trying to do for you, the runner or the athlete is at least absorbing it. If you don't even absorb it, there is a question of you failing or succeeding in whatever you're doing that. That's why when we do these weekend messages, when we do these things, we would love for you to see it and maybe give a comment or two. Then we feel, okay, when we take all this pain to share our knowledge, at least someone is, our runners are, doing their part in making us give the energy to do that back. That's how I see this coach-runner relationship, Rakesh. Coach gives selflessly to the runner, and the runner makes himself or herself coachable so that the coach loves to coach that person. What do you think?
Right. Yeah. That's the perfect analogy, Bala. And I think that's another time commitment, and the commitment that needs to be given from both the side, from the coach to the runner, as well as from the runner's side, how he's responding to that. Other thing is also coach understand the potential of the runner, and he keeps on tracking that how the things are and how that potential can be groomed. Because sometimes the runner, as you said, like giving a push, it's at some point runner might feel like I'm just hitting a wall. This is just my capability. I cannot go further. But as the training progresses and other things, you keep a watch on those things and see, okay, what this particular athlete or the runner can do furthermore on that. So that is what actually helps to get more insights into and the potential from the runner.
Absolutely.
Guidance of the program.
Totally agree with you, Rakesh. So give more to get more, give more from a coach side as well as from the runner side. It's a contract. You give, coach supposed to expect it to give in a very fair, clear manner and with a clear boundaries. This is kosher, this is not kosher. Boundaries should be very clear. At the end of the day, while coach is not the official boss, he is still your boss when it comes to the next 16 weeks. So that relationship is very clear. And from a runner side, if you can make yourself coachable, I think you will get a lot more than what a coach can possibly give you. And the way of making yourself coachable is giving active feedback to the coach in things that you're doing, give him or her, because think about it, all of us are volunteers. We're not here for the money, guys. Okay. We are here because we want to drive impact. And the way we know that our work is driving impact is when we see our runners take active interest in whatever we are doing or whatever we are saying and go from there. Thank you, Rakesh. That was a very interesting topic to open up this conversation.
Thanks, Bala, and see you in the next message.
Absolutely. We'll do that. Take care.
Okay.